I don't know what to name my dog when I get it. Like my real life dog.
Oh, but yeah,
Spoons?
name it Spoons.
It's a girl.
We don't care. It's not Spoons is not a manly name,
Yeah, it's a
Andy.
neutral name. Yeah, you're right. Should I actually name it Spoons?
Yes.
I kind of
I
do want to
don't
name it
know the
Spoons
back
now.
story of Spoons
Okay, do you want to hear
in
the backstory of Spoons?
yes.
Brock, you would love this story. You're gonna like it. Okay, so Spoons. Okay, so technically on this realm, on this exact realm, 4 years ago, 2018 in August, I had this with a blue collar Spoons. Um, Prior to that, he was in other worlds. Like he was in like maybe two or three other worlds, and I just didn't want to lose him. So what I'll do is that I would just like leave the world, and then I'll tame another dog, and I'll name it Spoon. So it's technically like he was getting carried on. So um, yeah. So the Spoons was in this realm. So yeah, with Spoons, uh, it was kind of
Spoons.
funky. There were some weird things going on with the world, and I thought that this was just with the realms because it was my first realm. At least the first one that I was hosting, and like I don't know why to this day, but like whenever there's zombies with leather armor, they would always be dyed white, and it was like a reddish white.
That's pretty
Um,
cool.
yeah, yeah, it was cool. It was like a dark white, not like a gray, but like a reddish dark white. And then whenever we would kill the
Whoa.
zombies and get the leather armor from them, it wouldn't be dyed. Like it would just be normal leather armor, but it just looked dyed when they were wearing it. It was really weird. And that was the first symptom. And then one day I lost spoons, like exploring, like, and like I felt like really mad at myself, and I was like, man, I like never lost spoons before. What just happened? Um, and then I lost him, and then I couldn't find him for the longest time. And then like one day, like a week later, like a real life week later, he was literally just like in my like house. So I thought someone was playing a prank on me, and like I asked everyone like a million times, and I was like, bro, you guys are funny. And like still to this day, I don't know how the fuck he got there, but he was like literally like on my top floor of like my three-story house. Like what the fuck? Um, and then just like weird things would happen with like chunks. Like we'll start exploring more, and then like chunks will literally just be like chopped off. Like you know that tree that we found, chemical. Like those trees were almost everywhere in the new areas that we were exploring ever since Spoon disappeared and came back. Um, yeah, but it
Spoons.
was also with like the normal chunks themselves. Like mountains were freaked out and like split in half. Like just a lot more abnormally since that has happened, and a lot more than it was in the rest of the world that we've already explored. So it's like, okay, whatever. Maybe the world's just getting explored a lot, and it's being weird. Um, Really fucking weird realm, I'll tell you. And then some shit happened. So we went to spawn one time, and I was just with spoons. Like I think I was like doing some nether portal shit or whatever, and he just stopped moving. He was just standing up, and he just stopped moving in this one spot. I would walk away, and he wouldn't follow me. And I would make him sit, and he wasn't sitting. So I was like, "What the fuck? Why is he frozen?" He was literally frozen in place, and he was looking straight. It was creepy as fuck. Um, and then like I left the game, I got everyone off the realm, and like I kept like trying to figure out what was going wrong with Spoons because this man was my homie. I would take him everywhere. It's like the same thing with Sven that he like went through like a million creeper explosions, and like I treated him like royalty and shit, and like I went through shit to like save him and stuff, and like I always had like meat on my person just in case if he needed food. Um, But Spoons being frozen, it was so fucking weird. Um, and then like I left him there for a while, and then like I came back, and then like he would like look around at things, like at literally random things, like as if a person was walking like around him, like his head would just like nod and like glitch out. It was really fucking creepy. And then he was also dark too. When we came back, like he got rained on, like you know how dogs get rained on, and then their
Uh-huh.
coat's a little bit wet, and then they shake it off. It was like that. It was fucking creepy. I was like, what the fuck? Why is he dark? Um,
Like
and this is when he really started taking shape. I was like, okay, I'm gonna like actually get him out of here. So like I started like digging around him and like using boats and shit like that and like blocks, and I couldn't like I would dig below him and he was literally fucking floating. It was weird as hell. And then we couldn't place any blocks like around him. Like we couldn't place jack shit around him in like a 10 block radius. Like anything. Like he had his own like zone of influence where we couldn't place anything, but we could always break blocks, which is weird. Um, and then that it was like at spawn, and like his influence, like his area, like started getting bigger and bigger where we couldn't place blocks, and then I had like a border around it, and then like every time I would like check it out, it would just get bigger and bigger. It was really fucking weird. And then I think I got him to crouch or something. I don't remember, or to sit down. But back to the spoon story. It was really fucking weird. He was standing up. He was all black. He would whine, and I don't know why the whining was the creepiest fucking thing, because it happened like once, like every like hour, like, but not like actually every hour, like really unpredictable, like just out of nowhere you hear, and it was like fucking creepy, really creepy, and it wasn't any other noise. It was just whining. It was just whining. It wasn't the or like it wasn't him like shaking off any water, even though he was wet somehow. And it hasn't rained before he got wet. It did rain like after that. But he was like still black and shit. It was weird. And then one day he just disappeared, and some of his area, after like spreading a lot, like it was literally just like random areas around that like you wouldn't be able to place blocks, and they had like borders and shit where it was like, okay, this is Spoon's land. It was really fucking weird.
Spoon's land.
Yeah, and it was also next to somebody's house, like it was just a shack. Like, it was just like a person who just played like once or something. It was just, and like he was like next to it, and like it grew like a chunk into the house, like a quarter of it was like caved out. It was cool. And then one day Spoons, yeah, he disappeared. Like he just wasn't there anymore. No more blue collar, no more whining. Actually, no, there was still whining after that, and it was really weird because like you could tell that he's still there, and like you could hear like the whining like from that specific spot, but he wasn't there anymore. He was just invisible or something.
Did you build?
And you could build in this one area like a little bit next to it, but other than that, most of the area like is still his area. And then as we would explore and as we would just go around like the map and the world itself, his invisible areas kept growing in random places, like just random chunks all the way from bedrock to the top of the world. You wouldn't be able to build in like a 5x5 somewhere, or like even like in a 20x20 area in the middle of like a plains biome out of nowhere. It was really fucking weird. It was really weird, and like they started spreading more and more, and like it wasn't a super big problem. It wasn't like there's kind of like, I think one of them was a farm or like a place that we were gonna build something, and it's like, oh well, I guess we can't build here anymore. This is Spoon's land. This is Spoon's area. And then one day the whining stopped.
Spoon's land, even though it's not around him.
Yeah. And then like one day, like the whining stopped, and that area at spawn was a lot more clear, except for the exact area that he was at, like that 10x10, but like it stopped growing around it and we were able to build, and it was like, huh, maybe he's free. But still those areas that grew after he left, or yeah, after he disappeared the first time, were still there, and they were still growing. Like we still found more and more things, and the zombies were still like all like spawning in with like leather dyed armor. It was really fucking strange. And that is the story of Spoon, the blue collar
I feel
dog.
like I'm in a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. You are streaming this. You have to upload this.
Upload the story of Spoons.
Yeah. That would
I
actually
feel like
be
I go on
cool.
tangents a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah. And that has always been like my go-to dog, like I said, for the past 2 or 3 worlds. And now because of that curse, because we called it the curse of Spoons, like whenever we would find Spoon's land, or whenever anything weird would happen in that world, like chunks weren't loading, things will glitch out, like things will go missing, and I'm sure those were pranks, or just people stealing shit. But like just anything weird, definitely abnormal, especially like chunks. Cause like after that, the world was just weird. Like especially the new areas and like in the Nether and shit like that. Um, just like the terrain generation and chunk generation was just really fucking weird, and it would like glitch out a lot more. And I'm sure that's just because we were exploring more and more. But we called it the Curse of Spoons. And he never reappeared after that. We never found him. He's gone.
Oh, the return of spoons. Life.
What if I just find like a husky, like a white husky that has a blue collar on in real life, and like it just stares at me in the middle of the street, and he's like,
Mm.
"Stop." That'd be awesome. That'd be cool. I'd take it home.
And he just has.
It might be a
collar,
skinwalker,
and it
but-
just has, like spoons on the collar.
I will name my dog that in real life because I'm not scared of the curse in real life. What if it turns into a skinwalker because of that?
Oh my god.
I shouldn't say that. Because I am kind of like slumped out. Because she's told me so many stories of
Mhm.
skinwalkers and stuff. I'm starting to believe them.